I've kind of played Sombra on this map. I don't know if I like it that much though. I feel like you want to run a more specific Sombra comp. I mean, I guess we're running it right here, but like there is things you can run like Orisa, and you just sit in the cave and you basically just try to stall it in the cave as much as you can. Because you can stand on the edge of the cave and forwards barely live there. We're taking these too long of a fights. We need to be playing around the health packs like in the cave itself. We're like fighting out in the open and forwards is having to heal a lot of people and they're just taking a lot of excess damage that they don't need to be. They need to be quick, decisive fights where you're hiding near the health cats and health kits and then jumping people afterwards. I can't be this fighting in the open against a soldier because we'll just take too much poke. I don't know if that EMP got enough value. No, it looks like everyone ended up diving top right caves way too late. Like we didn't know the target that we wanted to EMP, and so we EMP'd. There was no follow up, and then afterwards everyone started to dive the top right cave, and then Derek just ended up pulse bombing inside there, and because everyone stacked on each other, they all died. Again, I don't know. Some of these blades are just not getting enough value. We really need him to be blading people that are low and cleaning up fights rather than trying to initiate with it. As I was really telegraphed where he dashed up in the air and then just tried to like blade on top of a Lucio who's just gonna boop him and beat. And the whole team fight's just basically won at that point because the Genji's gonna be so far in and can't really do anything. Savages are playing really well right here. This is a perfect sight line for Soldier. I mean, a pubbing Valk to like save people and like we're actually getting like one-on-one like kills, but does Wolf change Mercy? I think he'll change Mercy soon. Savages are doing exactly what you need to do. You just put your soldier up on this. You poke people. You just zone them back. They're forced to dive you like this. Matt's so low when he does it, and that's when you can punish them. Uh, Blade was okay. I think we're going to be getting like enough value off a lot of our blades though. Only really getting like one or two where I feel like you can do the same with Tac Visor, but actually have the longer range presence on their team. And our dives aren't getting as much value with the Genji, like actually doing damage to the people in the back. Like I feel like Tracer and Monkey could just be doing enough. You get to play these nice angles though, which is nice. Capo's in a really good spot though. Got a trance on top of him. He's on the dildo. He gets zoned. I think they don't have Mercy. If they had Mercy for sure, he just would have lived, but I'm just dying Kurt. Smacking them into the cave. The classic. We ended up actually just like getting out. Like there wasn't enough people like actually eating pressure at the choke. Okay, that was actually like a pretty big throw from Savages. I think we're about to throw right here, real quick. No, never mind. Wolf's not on Mercy yet. There's a big throw that comes up, or Dino rather. You'll hear the cackle when it comes. Savages could have changed like a little bit sooner here, maybe the push before, but they gave themselves like a decent amount of time to actually build ults and try something. The infamous sugar clip. Oh boy. Oh boy, man. No, it was a massive fucking throw. It tilted the never-ending shit out of everyone on the team. We just fucking fall apart after that one. We're gonna watch the scrim in today's VODs, and I'm sure everyone will make some good jokes. Jokes aside, that play ended up being like really meaningful to them actually pushing, because they were gonna get back sooner, and just going for the kill there was just completely unnecessary. Even if it did end up like living, the risk of not getting it off was too large. Ace of Spades being smart, forcing on our tank line. Could put the Rhine out of position with no Lucio, and we're forced to trance to save him. Tracer ends up just getting behind us and actually just cleaning up the whole fight. We had another blade that didn't get much value. Although I think in that portion of the fight that was probably like a good blade technically. Like they were actually low and we were trying to like clean up the fight. It wasn't like an engaging one. The fight had already started. They end up C9ing. They had people who were like that could have touched, but they just didn't end up doing it. Okay. We end up running our I guess we can just call it the Nexus Cup comp. Nexus comp? I don't know. Basically what they were running a lot in the Nexus Cup. I think this map is okay for it. You want some pressure on this high ground right here, and you can't really send the hog there. You can kind of send them to the edges and like try to fish someone off, but it does end up pressuring this monkey, so he can't really go for anyone. Paint's way too far up there. Okay, we get the late res, this is good. But because the supports were with each other, Fields ended up getting healed. So we end up just like brawling them with this comp. Like that's what this comp is like really good at. It's really good at like pushing teams out of position with Winston comps, just because the Winston he really can't jump anything, and so you lose that pressure that you would have. Sure, your tanks take like more damage because there's no shields to defend them, but you can win fights just with your outright burst and such. Savages set up on the high ground now, and they're really smart. You put the Rhine up on the high ground with the soldier, and he's just able to shoot people, get damage boosted, shoot Discord targets, just melt them. Ooh, that helix almost killed him. It's close. We can do this where we end up blading, damage boosting, and then discording targets so we can one slash them. So we can one slash them like through the trance. It's actually like a pretty smart thing that we can do. But we traded Valks, but it looks like our Valk wasn't getting as much. I guess they just got the reses sooner, so it looked like they were winning the fight technically speaking because we dove in, but then we res later. And but we res the Genji, and so the Genji was able to just really reset on them. Paint gets picked off, unfortunately. I'd like to see Genji on the roof right now. Looks like an okay blade. He gets punished by Ryan here. We're just trying to zone them. I don't like Matt dropping here. They had a chance to actually recontest. I would have liked him just sitting up top, just actually just keep contesting them on the high ground in the door. We're making it work though. Pretty sure we end up winning this map. 85% sure. Frill is putting on some monster pressure right now. Matt just decides to jump in, jump on the Rhine. That's close, really close. We're splitting our pressure. We end up just Valking to get like the double res on the backline, but I think instead of diving so far ahead, not really having enough value because we didn't have the right targets focused, we could have peeled back and just gotten the people that were flanking us. Because our Valk didn't end up getting like any use at all. It kind of just res the two people, and then the people in the front didn't end up getting value, so they had to jump back while the people who on their team had already flanked us had already done the damage. You know, Sugar had a big opportunity here to get a big blade. I think it's one, but he got the Mercy, which is really important. And they see 9 again, dude. They don't just get on. I guess if we win the map, it's good, but they're not good win conditions.